Hey, I hope you are doing great. Today, I want to show you a simple CSS trick to make responsive layouts easier. If you build layouts often, you probably know this moment. You start simple, and then you add media queries again and again just to keep things aligned. It works, but it's not really fluid. Plus, when the layout changes later, you also have to update the breakpoints manually. So today, I want to show you a cleaner option. We'll use modern CSS and we'll let the browser do most of the work for us. We will build the same layout in 3 steps. First, the classic media queries. Then, we'll use Flexbox without media queries. And third, we'll use CSS Grid with one line that adapts automatically. And after this video, you'll be able to use this pattern in your own project. It's great for cards, galleries, or any layout that repeats. Alright, here is my starting point. I already prepared the HTML, one container, and a few cards inside. Inside these cards, I have an avatar, some informations, and 2 buttons. I also added basic styles to make it look decent. But right now, everything is in one column, nothing is aligned, and there is no space. So let's build the layout. First, let's do it the usual way. I make the container class example a grid. Then I add a gap of 1 rem for the spacing. And I specify that the grid should be on 1 column. I will use a mobile-first approach for this example, so this value will be for mobile versions. Now I have to add the breakpoints. On tablets, I want 2 columns, so I create a media query that will be applied from 768 pixels, and I can change the grid template column value to be 1fr, 1fr. And on desktop, I want 3 columns, so I create another media query that will be applied from 1024 pixels, and I change the grid template column value to be 1fr, 1fr, 1fr. So if we try to resize the page now, it works. But here is what I don't like. These numbers are guesses. They depend too much on the screen size, not on the cards themselves. If I put this layout inside a smaller area, it can break. And when I change the screen size, it's abrupt, it's not really smooth. So it's responsive, but not always flexible. Now let's try Flexbox. The idea is pretty simple. We make the container flex, we also add a gap property of 1 rem, and wrap the items and let them move to the next line. Now, I tell each card to have a width of about 18 rem by using the shortened flex 1, 1, 18 rem. This basically means flex grow 1, flex shrink 1, flex basis 18 rem. And this feels great at first. The layout adapts, no breakpoints, the cards wrap by themselves, but there is one problem. When you have only 1 card on the last row, it takes the full width. Sometimes you want that, but often it looks strange for card layouts. 1 card becomes a giant block and it breaks the balance. You can also have a different output if you use flex 0, 1, 18 rem. This will make all the cards the same width, but they won't grow anymore, so they won't take all their containers' available space. Flexbox is close, but not perfect for this type of layout. Now, let's switch back to Grid and use the one-liner I talked about in the beginning of the video. We keep the display grid, we keep the gap, we keep the grid templates column property, but we change its value. We now use functions inside it. If we try it like this, the layout adapts by itself. It makes as many columns as it can, and the cards stay in a good size. Let me explain this line in a simple way. The repeat keywords means do the same pattern again and again, so we create many columns using one rule. The keyword autofit means fit as many columns as possible in the available space. So instead of saying 2 columns here, 3 columns there, we say add columns where there is room. The browser decides for us. This part is a size rule for each column. First, 18 rem. This is the minimum width we want for a card. It's a comfortable size. Then, we add a safety rule, min 100%, 18 rem. This means Don't go bigger than 18 rem, but also don't go bigger than the container. So if the container is very small, the card will not overflow, it will just fit. And then, minmax 1fr means keep at least that minimum size, but if we have extra space, grow evenly. So the card stays readable and the row looks nicely filled. This works well because it is based on a simple design rule. My card should not go below this width, so we get no media query, no overflow issues in small container, it adapts to any width, not only full screen. And it stays clean and easy to maintain. All of these functions, repeat, minmax, min, are well supported in modern browsers, so you can use this in real projects. I add the browser support reference for each of these functions in the description below if you are intrigued. The idea is simple. Instead of guessing breakpoints for this type of layout, set just one rule. My card should not go below this size. Then, let Grid do the rest for you. If you want to practice right now, just copy this one-liner into any card section you have. It takes 30 seconds and you'll see the result instantly. I'll put the link in the description below. And if you like this video, don't hesitate to share, like, comment or subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.